Okay, so yesterday we have discussed something about automata and their components like alphabets, then strings, then languages, etc. Okay, so today everyone bring your copy. I will highlight some point over here. You have to note down. Okay. In the second class, we have discussed the basics of sets. Uh, and what is a set? It is a basically collection of some elements, and under this particular category, there are different subdivisions. Okay. Today we highlight these subclasses under set and explain the definitions of each individuals. Okay. Let's share my screen. Okay. So yesterday we have discussed alphabet, then string, then example of string, then the important one, the language. Okay. And in the second class we have discussed about the basics of sets. Now write definition of sets. Are you able to hear me? Am I audible?
Sir.
Okay. The definition of set. Right. By a set can be described by listing the properties listing the properties that its members must satisfy.
Sir, লেংগুৱেজটো হৈ গৈছিল।
নহয় লেংগুৱেজৰ ভিতৰত এইকেইটা বস্তু ডেফিনেশ্যনটো দিছিলো জানো, এইটো মানে আইডিয়া নহয়, আৰু কেইটামান আছে নহয় ডেফিনেশ্যন দিবলৈ।
ছাৰ হ'ব।
এইটো ডেফিনেশ্যনটো কৈ আছো মই, লিখা। এভৰিৱান নোট ডাউন দিছ ডেফিনেশ্যন। A set can be described by listing the properties once we complete this portion, then we go for the DFA. Okay, before going to DFA you have to know the base internal or individual component which is comes under set. A set can be described by listing the properties that its member must satisfy. That means, suppose when you are applying a job or applying something in online platform or something like that, you have to satisfy some certain rules. Suppose you have to write your name in block letters. The images you are uploading, your admit card, your certificates, everything should be under a particular format. The size of the images are should be within that particular range. You have to some portions are mandatory. Without giving the details in this particular field, you cannot submit the form. These things, that means you have to satisfy certain rules, so that you can apply for the post or you can apply for the exam. Similarly, instead, what we do, we listed out the conditions that when someone is executing this kind of operations, he or she or that particular application should satisfy this certain rule. Okay. Next, right, equality of sets. Next heading, equality of sets. The short definition, but it may you may get 1 mark questions depending on the or based on these definitions. Equality of sets. Two sets are equal, right? Two sets are equal if and only if they have the same elements. If and only if they have the same elements. That- oh, wait, I will unlock this. Ask everyone to join. Okay, I have unlocked the meeting automatically locked. I have unlocked this meeting. Inform everyone to join. Okay. Sasanko, are you able to join? Okay. That means equality of set means in set A we have some element, in set B we have another set of elements. When we can say the both set are equal, when the both sets contain the same element. But there is a point is that, just 1 second, there's an important phone call. Okay. And then when we can say it as a equal when the both set are contain the same number of elements. But there is a conditions, not a condition actually. The sequence, if set A consists of 1 2 3 in ascending order, but in set B, if the numbers are like in descending order 3 2 1, then also we can say that both sets are equal. That means the order does not matter. Okay, but the condition is that the elements should be same, then only we can say that the both sets are equal. Okay, next is subset. Next one is subset. A set M, name of the set is M. A set M is a subset of A set M is a subset of a set N. if and only if and only if everything in M is also in N. I'm repeating the line again. A set M is a subset of a set N if and only if everything in M is also in N. Is it okay? That means we have two sets M and N, and we can say that the M is a subset of N. But when we can say it as a, if everything available in M is also available in N. That means suppose M has 1, 2, 3 and N has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In M there are 3 elements, in N there are 5 elements. Okay. In that case, the elements available in M is also present in N. Okay. In that case, M is a subset of N. And since in N, apart from the elements belong in M, there are 2 or 3 more elements which are not present in M, then N is considered as a superset of M. Are you getting my point? Anyone reply? Are you getting my point? What is subset and superset? If M is a subset of N, then in reverse order, N is a superset of M. In subset, that means all elements are in subset are also available in superset. But not all elements available in superset are available in subset. Is it clear? Okay, good. Then in the in language, when we are discussing about the language, we have to say null value, empty set. The next heading is empty set. A set which has no elements, a set which has no elements is called an empty set. Okay, that means set with null value, no elements. Then universal set. Universal set, a set which has all the elements, a set which has all the elements in the universe of discourse. A set which has all the elements in the universe of discourse is called a universal set, and it is denoted by capital U. That is, it is the main set. Because everything comes under a universal. When the word comes universe or universal, it is the actual or it is the overall set where every element, every aspect, every conditions are available under this. Next, power set. The set of all subsets, the set of all subsets of a set A, the set of all subsets of a set A of a set A is called the power set of A and denoted by 2 to the power A. Both A's are capital, okay? 2 to the power A. I'm repeating the line. The set of all subsets of a set A is called the power set of A and denoted by 2 to the power A. Okay, what does it mean? Suppose I'm writing an example in the chat box. Suppose capital A equal to curly bracket 1 comma 2. We have a string containing these two. That means using 1 2 we can form or we can uh, derive some sets. Okay, and for this we need to input symbol. One is called the one is called 1, the another is called 2. Suppose A equal to 2. Okay, then from this set, okay, how we can calculate the power set. Okay, and here it is not able to write 2 to the power A, that's why I'm writing as a power set. Okay, you use the symbol. The power set equal to what are the possible configuration or what are the possible combination we can create. Similarly, in here the empty set to the null symbol, empty symbol is unable to type. That's why I'm writing as a null. But you use symbol. Okay, this phi symbol, this null symbol, you have to use this symbol. But here, since it is not possible to write here, type here, I'm using the null word. Null means that you have to use a particular symbol. Then what are the other possible set we can create? Suppose we are using single A. It is a string containing null value, string containing single value, and here we are using only one. Then we are using two is another string, and we can write as a 1 comma 2. This is a power set. See, A, this is the original set. As the definition mentioned, the set of all subsets of a set A. That is, set A means where two individual elements are available. One is called 1, the other is called 2. And from this combination, from this set, how much combination we can create? The first combination is null. That means we can create a string with no elements. This is considered as a null. Then we can create a string with a single element. In one term we use 1, in the second time we use 2. Then we create a string with 1 and 2. Then this is the power set. That means these are the possible combinations we can create from the given set. Okay, is it clear what is power set? Okay. Now suppose if if I give you an example, suppose a equal to uh, a. Okay. Now it will tell me what is the power set of this particular set A. It will assign
So it will be null and a.
null and A. Good. Then suppose
Hello, sir.
yeah, yes, I'm listening.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Null is set with empty string, empty value, then A itself. Good. Then suppose I'm giving another example. A. Again A equal to, you can type the answer in the set box also. Okay. If it is find difficult to say it. Suppose another example. What will be the power set of this particular set? Who is going to answer? Suppose yes, 3D. You can type the answer in the set box. 3D. You answer the question. You have to write the power set of the given set A. 3D. Then Neil Roton, you also. Neil Roton, 3D. Then Neha, all of you three. Write the power set of the given set A.
Sir, 2 to the power 1.
2 to the power 1.
Hmm?
How? 2 to the power 1 ko pa ahila? From where it comes 2 to the power 1? This is a set, and from this particular set you have to uh, find the power set. As this is the set, from this set we can create this power set. Similarly, oh sorry, this is the set, and from this is a set. Okay, from which I can create a power set. Similarly, this is the set from where you have to create the power set. Predip, Neil Roton. Two to the power 1, 2 to the power A means it is a symbol to represent power set. 2 to the power 1 not actually 2 to the power A. If the set is given as a, then if set is given as a m, 2 to the power m. If set is given as a k, 2 to the power k. That means k is the original set, and from that I am creating a power set which is denoted by 2 to the power k. If m is the original set, then 2 to the power m is used to denote the power set of m. Anyone else who can give the answer? Answer is like answer is this one. This A is the individual element. Sir, class. A is the individual element, and the next one curly bracket A curly bracket. This is the second element. That's why the first one is null. As I mentioned, we can create a string with null value or empty string. You have to use the symbol, okay? Then we are using the first A. Then we are using the second A with curly bracket. The and we have to use the curly bracket to represent it as a string. Since the second one itself containing one set of curly bracket, that's why we have to use the two set of curly brackets. Only. Yes, but you miss this third one. You miss this third one. Yes, the rest is okay. Null A, then A bracket. Yeah, you miss the third one. Okay. Now is it clear to everyone what is power set? That means what are the possible combinations you simply create. What are the possible combinations including the null value? You have to find out. Suppose you have two elements, then what are the possible combination? 2 square, that means 4. If you have 3 elements, what are the possible combination? 2 to the power 3, that is 8. 8 possible combinations you can create. This is called power set. Okay. Next, I'm giving as a homework set operations. Everyone go through this set operations. What are the operations actually? What are the operations comes under this? Okay, union of set, intersection of set, difference of set, okay, complement of set. Okay, there are 7 set operations. Okay, you have to go through it, everyone. Okay, next another topic which is also I think you have gone through in digital electronics setting, logical operators. These two topics you have to go through. Okay, logical operator, and operator, or operator, everything not operator. Okay, this I think these operators you have got in your digital electronics paper. Okay, the next point is relation. That means whenever we are discussing something, not only about the language, not only about the alphabet or anything, whenever we are discussing something, we are expressing our views in a particular topic, there must be some relation. Suppose we are discussing today, there's a webinar, as I mentioned you, I am attending, that's why I have to take classes from 1:15. That means I am attending a webinar, so which is related to new education policy. That means why I am attending the webinar, because this webinar highlights the key points, of new education policy. Okay, that means what are the major changes? What are the major changes? What are the major changes applied in the new education policies, which is related to, since I'm associated with the education system, I must know. Suppose I should aware of the new education policy. The students are also able to also aware of the new education policies. What are the benefits? What will be the possible benefits are there, etc., etc. That means whenever there is any communication, whenever there is any execution, there should be a relation, and only those elements or only those entities are associated with that particular execution which have a direct or indirect relation with the execution. Do you get my point? If you don't have any relation with a particular course, why are you attending the classes? A simple thing. Why are you attending a classes from BTech Mechanical until there is a relation to your program? Suppose you are adopting this course as a CBCS, that means there is a relation with you. Then only you are attending the class. If this particular course not listed under the CBCS, then why are you attending a class as a CSC student? There should be a relation. In here also, when we are discussing about any theoretical activities, any theoretical execution, we must know what is relation and how we can establish a relation, how we can identify a relation, etc. etc. The first thing is what is the relation? Relation, in simply we can say that what is the connection? What is the connection between these two elements or more than two? What is the connection? So basically relation means a connection. Or we can also in mathematical execution, relation are also or can be considered as a comparisons. That means we are doing a comparison, that means we are finding a relation. Suppose we are doing a comparison on basis of height of students, how tall they are. This is a relation. We are creating a group based on their gender, suppose. This is a relation. Okay. We are creating a group based on their suppose program. This is a relation. That means when we are doing a comparison, that is we are creating a relation, or we can consider it as a relation. That means why we are in a group, we have a relation. We belong to the same program. That is called CSE. You are attending this particular course. That means you are in a relation. What is the relation? You all belong to a fifth sem of CSE, and in fifth sem you have to go through this particular course. Okay, that is called relation. Okay, I simply highlight this one, this concept called relation. It is very simple. No need to write. Then and the definition of alphabet is, I think the definition is available in here also. No need to write. Find a set of symbols. Definition of alphabet is a finite set of symbols. This is available here. No need to write. Then the definition of string alphabet. This is also available. No need to write. And in language also, I think this definition is, but yes, this is also available. No need to write. Okay. Then another important concept is there called function. You write function. You write the definition of function. A function is an association of a function is an association of a function is an association of each okay, each object of one kind with a unique object of other kind. That means function is also one kind of relation. That means suppose in left hand side you have a b c d, then in right hand side you have 1 2 3 4. Both are unique in their side, because a b c d, there are 4 elements, and in right hand side 1 2 3 4, they are not matching with each other. Okay, then how these left hand side elements are related to the right hand side? To determine this, we must have another concept called function. And using function, we can highlight this A is related to 1 or A is related to 2. Okay, how this A, B, C, D is related to 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, for this we need the function. Okay, this is all about the introduction to set and the other basic elements which is comes under the automata. Then the next part is called finite automata, and under finite automata we have to go through the deterministic finite automata first, that is called DFA. Before going to DFA, I just want to make you understand what is finite automata. We have already discussed what is automata. Automata means study of machines, basically study of machines. And when we are studying about a machine, we have to go through some steps, some theory, okay, some rules. Okay, that means basically in study of a machine, we have to go through some steps. Yeah, how this works, there are some steps. How it executes, there are some steps. So basically, when we study about a machine, we are we have to go through some steps. And if the number of steps is infinite, that means there is no end. That means the study will never complete. That's why we need a full stop. That at some point the study will end. We can improve the study. Like suppose if there is no limit of semester in a BTech, that you have to go through first sem, second sem, dot dot dot, 8 sem, 9 sem, 10 sem, so until everything will cover. It's not like that under BTech everything will cover. It is not like that. We have selected that these are the most important topics you have to know under your BTech course by the UGC or AICTE, whatever the body is. They have selected and they place it in some individual semesters. It does not mean that you are expert or you have gone through all the important concept of computer science. It is not possible to comprise all the topics because it will become a infinite duration. So similarly, when you study something and if you want to cover everything, it will be like suppose a infinite series and which never end and which incomplete your study. That's why we need a finite number of steps, that if you go through this step, you will know about this portion. If you go through the second set of steps, you will go through this portion of the machine. That's why it is called the finite. That means there are some specific steps you have to go through while you are studying about a machine. And it does not mean that everything covers under the machine. Maybe it will cover a particular portion. If you interested in some other portion, you have to go through some another steps, finite steps, where you will aware of this particular portion of the machine. That's why it is called finite automata. Okay, that means there are finite set of steps you have to follow while you are uh, study about a particular machine. Is it clear? Because see, these things are very much important. If you have any doubt, immediately you can ask, or later also you can ask. But please clear your doubts. It's not like that you will ask question and I feel bad. It's not like that. If you have any query, without any hesitation, you can ask. Okay? Do you understand why it is called as a finite? Because there is a fixed number of state. Is it okay? Is it okay? You reply someone. Okay. And why it is deterministic? That is, it is predefined. That means these are the possible steps you have to go through. Initially, automata means study of a machine. Finite automata means there are finite set of finite numbers. Suppose 5 numbers, 10 numbers, 11 numbers, 30 numbers, 20 numbers. The numbers, what are the numbers of steps, comes under finite. Then deterministic means this particular 5 we have to highlight. You have a class from 2 p.m. Okay, we will continue in the next class. The meeting will end in 5 minutes. So before that, let me stop the sharing and take a snapshot of your attendance. Everyone is present, na? Okay. In the next class, we continue with the DFA. Okay. Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What about the others? The attendance is not very good actually. And till now, the CR itself is not present. Where is Bhargav? Someone take the responsibility and inform all of your classmates that attend, because today also almost 20 minutes before I have mentioned that I am taking the class. Okay, let me take a picture of your. Okay, then in the next class I will continue with the DFA. Okay, and before, since the next week I have a class. Okay, you have 3 to 4 days. Okay, so go through the topics what we have discussed, and if you have any doubts, don't wait for the Monday. You share your doubts in the WhatsApp group. Okay, so that we can discuss on that. Okay, so I'm ending this meeting. Okay, go through the topics we have discussed, and if you have any doubts, share via WhatsApp, or by Monday we will discuss it. Otherwise, we will continue with the topic. Okay.